What if everything you believe about strength is wrong? What if the real warrior isn't the one who fights hardest, but the one who stays calm when everything is burning? We admire warriors for their power, their discipline, their fearlessness. But the greatest warriors in history weren't driven by rage. They were forged in reason, tempered by wisdom. And their battlefield wasn't just the world. It was the self. So here's the real question. What does it mean to become like a Stoic warrior? And how do you train your mind like they train their swords? Imagine this. You're standing in a crowded room. Someone insults you. You feel the burn in your chest. Your heart quickens. Your ego wants to strike back. But instead, you breathe. You observe. You speak with calm precision. Now zoom out. You didn't win the argument. You won the war inside yourself. That's Stoicism. It's not apathy, it's control. Not suppression, but strategy. And the ancient Greek warriors mastered it like a martial art. In diverse. Let's go back 500 years ago, to the agoras of Athens, to the stone streets of Sparta, to the minds of the Stoics. Men like Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who ruled the world, and still reminded himself, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say. Or Epictetus, born a slave, crippled, beaten, and still able to say, people are not disturbed by things, but by the view they take of them. This wasn't philosophy as theory. It was survival. It was clarity in chaos. And it worked. In diversity. You see, the Stoic warrior doesn't try to control the world. He controls his response to it. He prepares for loss, so he never loses himself. He rehearses pain, so he can move through it. He visualizes misfortune, so when life hits, it doesn't break him, because he's already bled in the mind. This idea has a name, Premeditatio Malorum, the premeditation of evil, a mental boot camp for the soul. Most people run from discomfort. Stoics train with it. In diverse. Let's bring this to now. You're stuck in traffic. A deal falls through. Someone ghosts you. Your phone buzzes with bad news. The average person spirals. The Stoic breathes. He asks, is this within my control? If not, he lets go. If yes, he takes deliberate action. No wasted energy, no emotional hangover. That's the kind of power that doesn't rust. The kind of strength you can take into anything. War, business, heartbreak, death. Now picture this. A Spartan warrior standing before an invading army. He doesn't scream, doesn't posture. He stands, calm, deliberate, still, not because he feels no fear, but because he refuses to be ruled by it. That's the image burned into history. But here's the twist. The battle wasn't about the enemy. It was about himself. This is where it gets deep. The battlefield isn't just physical. It's internal. Every day, you're at war with your ego, your impulses, your fears. Modern life might not involve spears and shields, but it throws ambushes just the same. Emails at midnight, anxiety loops, panic attacks in the shower. And most people walk into that war unarmed. But the Stoic, he shows up like a seasoned general. His weapon? Perspective. His armor? Virtue. His training? Daily discipline? In doubling. Let's pause here. Because maybe you're thinking, I'm not a philosopher, I'm not a soldier. But you are. You fight battles no one sees. You endure pain no one applauds. You hold back words that could burn bridges. You wake up some mornings and push through anyway. That's war. And every moment you choose wisdom over impulse, you win. in diverse. Now let's break down the Stoics' code. 1. Focus only on what you can control. Your thoughts, your actions, your values. Everything else, let it pass like weather. 2. Practice voluntary discomfort. Cold showers, fasting, rejection, silence. Not because you love suffering, but because you fear it less each time. 3. Live according to nature. Not in the forest, but in alignment with your nature. Truth, integrity, courage. Not outcomes, only effort. 4. Remember death. Not to be dark, but to be real. You don't have time to waste on trivial things. And that urgency, that's fuel. Visualize this. A mind like a fortress. Not made of stone, but still impenetrable. Thoughts come and go, emotions rise and fall. But at the center, there is stillness. A fire that doesn't flicker. That's what it means to become like a Stoic warrior. And now, here's the twist. The Stoic doesn't fight to win. He fights to understand. He trains not to destroy others, but to refine himself. He suffers not to prove his worth, but to uncover it. The point of all this? Not to become invincible, but to become unchangeable in the face of change. You won't avoid storms, but you'll become the kind of person who doesn't sink when they come. And maybe that's the real goal. Not to be fearless, but to fear less. Not to be perfect, but to be precise. Not to conquer others, but to conquer yourself. So next time life hits, pause, breathe, ask, what would a Stoic do? Then do it. And smile. Because in that moment, you're not just reacting. You're becoming something you've never been before.